In the history of the United States, many people of various nationalities have been noted. Among Native Americans, the Apache people produced the largest number of celebrities. This nation for many years defended its independence and way of life, becoming one of the most severe opponents of white settlers. The following is a list of the most famous names of that era. Mongas Colorados. The leader of the Membrino tribe. Over time he gained such authority that he became the leader of all Chiricahua Apaches. He was very tall for an Apache. His height exceeded 182 centimeters. The physique, even in old age, was athletic. His fury in battle is legendary. He died, treacherously captured by the colonialists. Cochise. The leader of the Chokanan tribe, who was the son-in-law of Mongas Colorados, very often supported his father-in-law in military enterprises. He was the initiator of the longest U.S. war with the Apaches. He ended it by making an honorable peace with Major General Oliver Howard. He bequeathed to his heirs to keep peace with the Americans and peacefully passed away from old age. Takak, the eldest of the two sons of Cochise. He became chief of the Chokanan in 1874 after the death of his father. Under him, the Apaches were relocated to the uninhabitable reservation of San Carlos. In 1876, he came to Washington, D.C., to resolve the issue of the tribe's place of residence, but fell ill with pneumonia and died without achieving anything. Nach, the youngest son of Cochise, who succeeded his brother Tace as a leader in 1876, was one of the initiators of the new U.S. war with the Apaches, actively collaborated with Geronimo and supported other Indian leaders, surrendered in September 1886, effectively putting an end to the Indian Wars. He died in 1919 from natural causes. Victorio, chief of the Membrino tribe, after the forced relocation to the San Carlos Reservation, which was not very suitable for life. He took his relatives away from there and led the Apaches' resistance to U.S. expansion, conducted guerrilla warfare in New Mexico, won a brilliant victory in Canyon Ambrillo. However, in October 1880 he was defeated at Tres Castillos and was killed. Geronimo. He was not the hereditary leader of the Apaches, but thanks to his courage and perseverance, he became their recognized military leader. He led one of the most combat-ready detachments of the Indians, who kept both the United States and Mexico at bay. In September 1886, along with other Apaches, he surrendered. He died of pneumonia in 1909. Nana, chief of the Membrino tribe, he became famous for his 2,000-mile raid through New Mexico in 1881, gave 7 battles of the U.S. cavalry, in which many colonists died, ruined at least a dozen ranches and settlements. He died in 1896 on the eve of his 90th birthday in captivity. Loco, chief of the Membrino tribe, although a fearless warrior, a participant in the Indian Wars, he always advocated peace with a stronger opponent. The superiority in numbers and weapons of the United States was clear and obvious to him. Therefore, when the opportunity arose, he tried to convince other leaders to solve problems peacefully. He died as a prisoner of war in 1905. Fan Smokeout, a brave warrior from the Bidoko tribe, who became famous for his courage in the Battle of Alisos Creek in 1882. In 1892, while a prisoner at Fort Pickens, he shot his wife in a fit of jealousy. Thinking he had killed her, he shot himself. The wife survived. Ethel Nice, cousin of Chief Nach, actively participated in the Indian Wars. He was present at the surrender in September 1886, but then he escaped from captivity to Mexico. There he formed a detachment of Apaches, called the Bronco Apaches. They harassed the U.S.-Mexican border until the 1930s, not obeying any government. Eagleness himself died in 1896 in a battle with one of the punitive expeditions.